Hi and welcome to the review of this Miele CM6110 Bean to Cup Coffee Machine. AO.com have kindly sent me this machine to review, so I'm going to talk about some of the features and things I like about it and maybe the things I don't like about it. Before I do so, I'll just say that AO.com offer a really friendly and efficient service, and delivery was arranged really quickly, so I highly recommend them. The CM6110 is definitely the pricier end of the spectrum when it comes to coffee machines. However, it's immediately apparent that it's been really well made and is incredibly robust. For me though, what sets this apart is that it makes coffee making incredibly simple. It's literally from bean to cup at the touch of a button. So once you turn it on, there's a very simple menu system accessed through these touch buttons here, and there's a little TFT screen to guide you through the process. So if you want an espresso, you simply press the espresso button and out it comes. So obviously before you can make a coffee, you need to fill up the machine, and first and foremost, you can fill it up with the fresh beans. That's done through this access panel here. Simply lift it off, pour in some good quality coffee beans and put it back in. It's quite nice that this has this sort of rubberized seal, and it's also transparent, so you don't actually have to lift it off to see how much coffee's in there. Alternatively, you can use the ground coffee chute here, and the water is filled up in this reservoir over here. You can just lift this lid off and pour some water in, or you can actually just take this whole thing out, take it over to your sink and fill it up. So once the machine is filled with coffee and water, you can make a drink. So simply place your cup on the machine, and you can raise and lower this central spout to suit different sized vessels. So if, for instance, you want to make an espresso, we will go espresso. As you can see, again, the screen guides you through exactly what's happening there, so it's really intuitive and dead simple. And the result is really good. And there's obviously a fantastic crema on top, and the colour of the coffee looks about right. Tastes great as well. Primarily, this machine is aimed at those that want fantastic coffee without the hassle of a laborious coffee making process. You don't need to be a barista to get fantastic results from this thing. What's nice though is that you can actually fine-tune and customize the settings to get the perfect coffee depending on your preference. So under this coffee bean menu here, you can go into each coffee type and change things like the portion size, the amount of coffee, the brew temperature, and you can turn on pre-brewing, which apparently can help enhance the flavour. Further to that, you can set up profiles for those that use the machine. So each of those different coffee types can be customised and saved. So if you've got different people using this, you can have your own specific settings for each coffee at the touch of a button, which again just makes it really simple to use in a day-to-day basis. On the right hand side of the machine, you've got another access panel. The whole side is actually hinged, and underneath this unfortunately slightly flimsy door, you have access to the grinder settings, so you can adjust with this little lever how fine or coarse the coffee is ground down to. Apparently this affects the resultant quality of the coffee, so it's something that you can look at if you feel you're not quite getting the results that you need. There's also the milk tube, quite a neat little place to store that. With the milk tube inserted into the central column, all you have to do then is place the other end in a jug or a carton of milk, in order that it draws it through that central spout. and then you can put your cup underneath. Again, choose which coffee you're after, so cappuccino. So one thing that's really great about the this Miele machine is it will guide you through the steps that you need to take in order to maintain it. So clearly I've just used this milk tube and there's residual milk in there which you're going to have to clean out, but it'll talk you through the steps and it makes it quite painless, I suppose, in order to keep on top of the maintenance. When you've used the milk pipe, you can just place it in this little slot down here in the drainage system. And once you've done so, press OK. And this will then rinse the appliance through. Emptying the wastewater and coffee is really quite simple. Draw out the tray here, and the waste coffee can be emptied. And you can take away this tray and empty the water. It's worth knowing that the CM6110 has got a bigger brother, the CM6310. There are a few differences between the two, but notably the CM6310 does come with an insulated milk flask. And that's probably quite nice because you can keep it alongside the machine and it'll keep your milk fresher for longer when it's obviously outside of the fridge. Personally, I don't think that's a real necessity if you've got a suitable container that you can take out of the fridge as and when you need it. The other difference is that the 6310 has got a heating element on top here. And you can place your coffee cups on and it will warm them up prior to making a drink. But I think both of those features are not really that needed, which makes the CM6110 a better buy. Having used this machine for a couple of days now, it's safe to say I'm really bowled over by its capabilities. It does deliver fantastic coffee time after time. If you're a bit of a coffee snob like me, you will not be disappointed. Granted, this isn't a cheap machine, so you should expect it to deliver great coffee, but it does do that really well, and it's really, really simple to use, so I think for me it warrants its price tag. On the whole, it's really well constructed and feels like it's built to last. It's very intuitive, the menu system is very simple. Once set up, it really is a breeze to use. Aesthetically, for me, it looks the part, it's really modern, it's going to work in a contemporary kitchen environment. And yeah, as I say, I'm just really, really impressed with it.